Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're on a map that to me looks like a giant hamburger, although full disclosure, these days everything looks like a giant hamburger to me. To watch Mr. Yo playing as the Vikings in red, get ready to take on the Viper playing as the Berbers in blue. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings with adorable piggly wigglies and scouts, and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Vikings are a civilization that focuses primarily on their infantry. Starting in Feudal, all Viking infantry gets 20% more HP and can be upgraded to get a nice attack boost against cavalry and camel units, which might prove a little problematic for our Berber. This boost also benefits their first unique unit, the Berserker. This is a durable, well-armored and strong infantry unit whose health actually regenerates at a rate of 40 HP per minute. Now, infantry units, if you played this game, have watched some games, are basically familiar with this game, you know they move a little bit slow. So to protect them on the field of battle, Viking archer line units can also be upgraded to get a small +1 attack boost. Now, to help afford the Viking military endeavors out on the map, the Vikings, in one of the most powerful economic bonuses of the game, get wheelbarrow and handcart for free, which means they hit the next ages absolutely on a tear economically. And their infantry, which already come with a few cool features I just mentioned, can be upgraded even more to earn gold when they kill villagers, monks, and trade carts. Although trade units, not exactly something I expect to see in this 1v1 game. Now, immediately due north, we've got in blue the Viper playing as the Berbers, very much a civilization that pushes its players into the 4 welcoming legs of cavalry. All Berber stable units are 15% cheaper in Castle Age, 20% cheaper in Imperial. Their camel units can be upgraded to regenerate health, similar to the Viking Berserkers, who do not need any kind of technology or upgrade. The Berbers require Maghrebi camels to be researched, and their castles can be upgraded to work 25% faster, which strongly benefits their first unique unit, the Camel Archer. This is a mounted archer unit with good HP, great speed, and an attack bonus against cavalry archers. Starting in Castle Age, the Berbers can also start training a second unique unit, the Genitor. Think of this as basically a mounted skirmisher that comes with a more HP but less range and does cost a little bit more food because, as I always like to say, somewhat jokingly, you have to, feed that horse as well. Now, to help your economy get up and running as fast as possible, Berber villagers do move 5% faster in Dark Age. If I highlight one, you'll see the movement speed is 0.84 compared to the usual 0.80. But starting in Feudal, they do start moving 10% faster than usual. Those are the two civilizations. Like I said, we're on a map that to me looks like a giant hamburger, although it could also be two big imprints with what do we call this? Oh, the word is escaping my mind. It's not a promontory. I think a promontory, you need water somewhere, maybe an escarpment. Somebody with a geological background or somebody who is interested in geology, let me know. What do you call this kind of thin kind of mountain range separating two flat lands? A plateau? I don't know. In any event, we have two players set up in two depressions, it looks like, separated by high ground in the middle. Neither player here being Tatar, which means they will just get the usual 25% extra attack, 25% extra defense if they take a fight from the high ground. And resources look a little sparse on this map, not gonna lie. Not a lot of gold in the immediate vicinity, but a lot of patches on the very edges of the map. A lot of stone, a lot of gold, not in big quantities, but based on these small quantities, this is going to be a very nomadic map. And I don't mean that in the Age of Empire sense of it's the nomad map. I mean nomadic in the sense the players are going to have to keep moving if they want to keep collecting these resources. There's no giant patches of 6 or 7 groups of any kind of resource. 2 patches of stone mean that the players are going to have to hop from one to the other. And Mr. Yo here getting the first kill. Walled off here is the Viper, so creating a bit of a funnel. I don't think Mr. Yo is going to risk it. Not with his 2 HP on his scout. 1 errant arrow from the town center is enough to kill his scout. And let's take a look at where their actual resources are placed. So 4 and 4 patches of gold in the forward position. Very, very exposed for the Viper. Stone in the back. But like I said, he does have a few resources equally, it looks like, spread out along the back portion of his map. Mr. Yo Gold to the front, gold to the side, a little bit more secure, and stone also a little bit more secure. So overall gold positioning here I favor for our Viking. And like our Berber, take a look. Patches of resources interspersed throughout the map. Also, by the way, wood in no big clumps. So they're going to have to keep moving, which might benefit the Berber, to be honest. I mean, again, the Vikings with the free wheelbarrow and handcart, never discount that. The absolute insanity that is that upgrade. It looks like the scout did end up entering the town center firing zone, but the Berber villagers moving 10% faster might help them. Get those resources quicker earlier on in the game, assuming he researches wheelbarrow and handcart as well, the Viper, which I don't see why he wouldn't. Trying to draw these militias into the town center fire so that they too can get killed, much like the scout. Both players in Feudal Age archery range being pushed, or rather plopped. I don't know why I said push. Plopped down for the Viper, whose something is under attack behind here, a palisade wall. So Mr. Yo just kind of being annoying, keeping an eye on his opponent, making sure he knows what's about to pop out of this archery range. Is it an archer or a skirmisher? And now that he knows it's a skirmisher, he might want to be a little bit more careful with his units. Oh yeah, now you see it's not making a straight line anymore. You saw the skirmisher. And this is exactly why you need map vision, exactly why Mr. Yo is keeping these super weak units around for a little bit of food, a little bit of gold. He is keeping tabs on his opponent, so he knows not to rush in with that archer. Although it looks like two ships passing in the night here. Both units, both players going to miss each other. What does our Viking have? Just the archery range as well. So both players just sitting on the one requisite structure. One militia. Oh my god, getting this guy completely out of position. Another militia, again, just keeping an eye out. Wanting to make sure, hey, are you mining your gold? Where are your villagers going? Are you attempting any kind of wall off? What is popping out of your military structures? Skirmishers do engage. Looks like the high ground goes to Mr. Yo at the moment. And as much as I like to say that the Vikings are an infantry civilization, and to be honest, they are, there's a lot of meta with the Vikings involving archer units, which is why you'll see 4 skirmishers, 2 archers. Now, I don't know if he's building this to be an attack force or a defense force. For now, our Viking very much on the offensive, as these 2 weak units that both come with a bonus against each other. Oh my god, beautiful maneuvering out of the Viper, realizing that perhaps Mr. Yo isn't paying attention to this one individual unit, and he micros his skirmisher. That skirmisher definitely would have died. Mr. Yo's skirmisher fired first. Like Han Solo in the cantina, he did fire first, but ultimately he does die, unlike Han Solo. I'm not even going to say spoiler alert if you haven't seen Star Wars Episode 4 by now. About, what, 50 years after it was made, 60 years after it was made, you're probably not going to watch it. So in any event, Mr. Yo obviously not paying attention to that one individual unit, does lose it to the micro of the Viper, but kills are 2 apiece. I don't really expect any economic damage with archer and skirmisher units out. Not exactly high octane killer units against villagers, more just against each other. And we've got 2 more militias with their billy clubs. Are these the 2 original militias? Oh man, Mr. Yo, has he kept these 2 militias alive this entire time? Again, takes the high ground. The Viper sees reinforcements, gets the hell. Oh, maybe he doesn't see reinforcements. Now he does. Knows he's got to get the hell out of here. Army supplies, identical. Villager count, identical. Looks like both players are starting to bank a good amount of food. Our Berber has 0 villagers on gold, because how could he? Look at the gold exposed over here, and look at the gold off campus away from his wall off over here. So how the hell could he possibly have villagers on gold? He's got to deal with this offensive force by Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo, by the way, knows this. Or maybe the Viper will go backwards. Opting to go for the huntables. Not that many huntables, just a few clumps of deer throughout the map. Nothing more juicy, nothing more filling than that. And again, the archer units just engage with each other. Both players starting to, like I said, starting to bank good amounts of food. But our Berber is, I'm going to say, falling behind a little bit, even though he's got the same economy. He's got more villagers on wood, same amount of villagers on food, but again, 0 villagers on gold potentially spells big trouble for the Viper. And here we go, a mining camp being placed down here. Okay, so he realizes it. I mean, it's unfortunate that he realizes it right when he hits 800 food, although this will give him time to get out a few more villagers if he so wishes. Looks like Mysterio has stopped at 38, just needs a little bit more food. He bought the food, it looks like, and now he's clicking up to Castle Age the Viper. Oh man, 9 villagers on gold. That is a very saturated gold line with this annoyingly placed mill over here. Wow, that is going to be very annoying. And Mr. Yo, he's suspecting that something's up. Why is the Viper not mining any gold? He sees that there's no gold mining with the constantly moving archer and skirmisher units. So I wouldn't be surprised if he starts exploring. I mean, look at that line of sight on these guys. Okay, he sees a skirmisher moving to the back. He must be wondering, why the hell is that skirmisher moving to the back? He sees the lumber camp. He's going to suspect maybe that there's villagers up there. We'll keep an eye on the minimap on this red dot as he, yeah, it looks like he's moving up the hill. So if he is lucky, Mysterio is going to notice, oh, and the Viper wants to keep him out. And the Viper keeps him out right as the skirmisher finds... Oh, wait, actually, no, the skirmisher didn't get the kill. The villager got the kill. Oh, my God. Wow. Hero villager constructs a house just enough to stop the archer and then attacks the archer and kills the archer. And the Viper is also heading up to castle, but a minute and a half behind his opponent. Starting to spend a bunch of food on scout units because why the hell not? Your opponent's got skirmishers. Why the hell would you not invest in scouts if you're already heading up to castle? I can see if you're trying to save resources. I mean, 80 food is not a small amount of food if you're rushing up to Castle Age. And now, oh my God, monkey see, monkey do. We've got skirmishers being attacked by scouts for both players. Looks like the Viper is going to lose all of his scouts here. He's got, rather, all of his skirmishers. He's got 1 left. Oh my God, he manages to get the spearman with the last javelin thrown. But okay, our Berber with bloodlines and now forging is going to very much focus on his cavalry. Oh, is the Viper going to get lucky and see this going down? No, how unlucky is that? Okay, now he sees it. Right as he left the vision, that's when Mr. Yo started constructing his siege workshop. But the Viper moved in 1 little tile over and managed to see it. Oh, this is so annoying having to deal with skirmishers. Again, they're not going to kill these villagers, but they are going to make sure that they are completely immobilized and unable to jack any more lumber. Interestingly placed town center. We'll get the stone. We'll get the wood. Eventually, we'll have room for, what, 2 farms on each side? Not really any more farms here. I think that's just 2 tiles from space. But here we go. The Berber suspecting that our Viking might go. Knights, his... Oh my goodness, tongue-tied there for a second, is making camels and now is making knights as well. Remember, the Berbers, all of their stable units are now 15% cheaper. It's not like the Magyars who have their light cav, their hussars cheaper. All their stable units are cheaper. And FYI, they have all stable units except for paladins. So, ooh, but what they don't have is a unit that can take on a pike or 4 at the moment. Oh, the graphics in Age of Empires. This guy looks like he is repairing a patch of sand. Ooh, the knight has to be careful. There's monks out now, but look at this. Our Berber is chasing the Viper, rather the Mr. Yo's army around. 7 units being distracted means there's just a battering ram, a mangonel, a monk, and the same OG skirmishers not upgraded even to elite. Mr. Yo is banking a good amount of resources also. His army count is 8 ahead, but he is down a good amount of villagers. Will the Viper get the mangonel? He gets the mangonel. He gets the monk as well. Wow, perfect snipe there by our Berber. Fantastic. And the rest of his quick moving army is back home. Might want to see some monks out of him as well. Yeah, he's got 1. Where's it going? It is healing villagers. Might want to start healing some of these military units. You've got some of them that are very, very weak. Barely holding on. But look at Mr. Yo. Made himself at home right in front of the Viper's base. And now the Viper's going on the counter offensive here. The monk giving Chase very, very slowly. Mangonel out for the Viper. Mangonel out for Mr. Yo. Who will get who first? Oh, I was going to say mutually assured destruction, but no, Mr. Yo manages to get the Viper's Mangonel, but in exchange will lose his. We'll see how many units the Viper loses. Of course, the weaker camel against the pikeman. Man, oh man, his camel armor threadbare. Oh, and it looks like a conversion and a loss of a monk. So 3 blue knights become 2 blue knights, become 1 blue knight who has literally 4 HP. He can't stop. He absolutely can't stop. No! What's the name of that movie with Jason Statham where he can't stop, where he has to keep getting adrenaline rushes over and over and over again? That's what that knight was. He should not have stopped. What is the name of that movie? Healing the converted knight. Mr. Yo's pushing in here. I'm honestly surprised he's focusing his gold expenditure on knights at the moment. Although, actually, no, what am I saying? He's not. I was going to say build more pike and monk. Although, pikemen going to absolutely melt in the face of this Mangonel. How are these skirmishers still alive? Okay, there's one left. He finally dies. I think the Viper made a very, very specific point of picking off those 2 skirmishers, even though there were 2 knights, 2 bigger, juicier targets available. I think he just had a vendetta against those annoying Feudal Age units, and no more knights in the immediate vicinity. What there are pikemen, which, oh god, they force the garrisoning again. And the Viper moving forward with a castle. This is going to secure the eastern perimeter of his base, where he's got an archery range, a siege workshop, and a barracks. Although we'll see how long it takes him to get this castle up. This battering ram is already here. Let's see it. Mangonel moving forward is going to get a juicy shot against these villagers. Keep going. You're not going to have a better opportunity than this. But now he's running away. The castle's going up. Go after the Mangonel. Go after the Mangonel. He goes after the Mangonel and it dies. Or maybe he should have gone after the battering ram. Who the hell am I to say what the hell these players should do? But he's repairing the siege workshop. Maybe not. Oh, he's out of wood. The Viper's out of wood. That's not good. That's not good at all. But the battering ram stops to attack the mill, and if it does that, turns its back on the Mangonel and dies immediately. So both players disengaging. Mr. Yo moving forward with 1 battering ram, because why the hell not? You've got it, might as well use it. And we've got camel archers on the field of battle. And their attack isn't the strongest. Basically a longbow at the base of 7. But mobility is the name of the game for them. Okay, the Viper does manage to get Mr. Yo's Mangonel. Let's see what he can get here with some good attack rounds, or if he's even going after the attack rounds. Oh no, repair, repair, repair. Oh wow. Survives. What are the upgrades on the knights, by the way? No armor upgrades, and he converts the knight who gets converted again. Nope, never mind, he dies. Wow, the Viper doing an amazing job with this Mangonel. 2 mangoes for nothing. How's his wood? Okay, he's got 25 villagers on wood, does the Viper. I was going to say, if he's going to go ranged units here as the Berbers, he's going to need to put down more villagers on wood. I mean, look at Mr. Yo's wood. 888 casino.com for him. 2 archery ranges. Let's take a look at his base, because we haven't been here in a while, seeing as how he's the one putting on all the aggression at the moment. He's got the market up. He's got a bit of a wall off here. He's got his own town center. It looks like plenty of room for farms. Another 3rd town center to the left. So both players sitting on 3 town center. The Viper's got his castle up, though, and now he's here with camel archers. Looks like something's trying to convert them. What could that be? It's a monk. It looks like another monk who tried to convert. Already bit the dust. This time, though, the Viper. Ooh, takes a bit of town center fire. Absconds out of here like he needs to. And Mr. Yo keeping an eye on his opponent. Oh, my God. I was going to say, how the hell is this house garrison? It's not the Khmer. No, we've got a battering ram full of 4 pikemen. Now the Berber camel archers head back home. And look at this. The players having the exact same ideas. Where are you going? Why are you here in the middle of the map, unescorted on your own? I mean, they might have the same idea, but it is Mr. Yo who's able to actually retaliate here. Oh, good catch here for the Viper as well. Lots of small action all over the map. What are you, slow moving dot? You are a monk as well. Looks like the villager did end up dying, and now the outpost is under attack. Nothing really that the Viper can do to protect this. He's got to do hit and runs if he's going to go camel archers. He's got 9 camel archers. I mean, against 11 crossbows, 11 pike, I don't know that 9 camel archers are necessarily going to do a fantastic job, but the Viper has done a good job zoning Mr. Yo out. No more aggression here on the right side of the Viper's base. He's going to have to focus on the left. Okay, first attack from the mangonels misses. Second gets a juicy shot. Third gets a little tiny bit of HP. And now, man, oh man, the Viper, who came here with full health camel archers, all of a sudden their HP is down to half, and they didn't get a single thing done. Mr. Yo doing a fantastic job. These aren't Celtic or Lithuanian spearman line units. These are just basic pikemen. They're moving in here. They want the villagers to garrison. They want to distract the Viper, get his economy as ramshackle as possible. Still attacking this outpost. They are to the south, and now the camel archers unhealed, still at 300 HP, heading south. The Viper is going to lose this town center. The question is, does he care? He's got another castle being built here on the left. Ooh, maybe he won't lose the town center. We've got a pike attacking a knight, attacking a mangonel, being repaired by a villager. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, okay. Did the pike get the kill, or did he delete the unit? It looks like he's got 2 kills. Man, some of this action happens way too quickly. Oh, God, you gotta... God, these camel archers are not making it home. Oh, they are not making it home. Send my love to my family, they say, as they spread out on the ground and die. That was very much a one-way trip, but at least the Viper now knows his opponent has gone full crossbow. And remember, the Berbers have access to a mounted skirmisher called the Jenny. Oh, right as I say that, look at that. Look at that. Sometimes I can call things correctly. Mr. Yo heading up to Imperial, a minute away from Imperial he is. I mean, the Viper hasn't even researched wheelbarrow. That's how desperate he is to hold on militarily. Although based on his resources, another thing he's desperate to do is head up to Imperial Age. I ask why? For Trebs? You don't have the resources, you don't have the villager count on gold or wood. Okay, he's heading up to Imperial. Not gonna second guess the Viper, and here they are, the Genitors. Look at how fun this unit looks. I think this the shield he has, isn't that the Berber symbol in the game? Oh, why did you have to face north? You couldn't face south? In any event, Mr. Yo is an Imperial, which we know means one thing and one thing only: immediate trebuchets for him. Okay, maybe the Viper's heading up to Imperial as a reaction to Mr. Yo heading up to Imperial, because he must have known. He must have seen the score dip, and now he finally has wheelbarrow, finally getting handcart. I forget whose video I saw. I think it was Hera or the Viper, basically saying that handcart is very much for the pro players an Imperial Age upgrade. Although with 108 villagers, I don't know. I wonder if our Berber should have just stuck in Castle Age and just started producing a lot more units. Mr. Yo's lead is significant. He basically reached Imperial right when the Viper was clicking up to Imperial. His army count is 4 times larger. He's going to have more than a 2-minute lead, and he's already got 2 Trebs out. This is why I was wondering, should the Viper have just, you know, bitten the bullet and said, okay, I can't race you to Imperial at the moment. Let me just overwhelm you with Castle Age units. Because the Genitors are pretty damn good units, especially if you know your opponent's going crossbow. I mean, 4 attack bonus against archers is basically like a skirmisher, right? Although no skirmishers left on the map for me to compare. Incredibly defensive castle. He wants to protect the stone, the gold, the wood, the land for farms, and more archery ranges being built. What is he training? Not a single unit just yet. Has lost his castle. Finally loses the town center after how many hours of trying. Mr. Yo manages to get it. But these crossbows need to be careful. Their armor is only at a +2 right now. And as I've said before, bonus attack doesn't care about your armor. Four trebs. Four trebs on a castle that... Does it have its toe in the high ground? I don't know. This doesn't look like high ground castle to me. He's going 12 Genitors. Is our Berber who, look at this, has literally been pushed to the edge of the world. He's got one of his own trebs out. And like I said, he does not have the villager allocation or the villager numbers, I don't think, to be able to pump out a massive army as he needs, and trebuchets, which is why I think he could have absolutely used 1,800 resources. That being said, he is fighting back here. This castle is down 1,800 HP, but ooh, looks like the Viper's castle might reach this. No, that is very sour. Yeah, I think if it could have reached it, it probably would have attacked it by now. Okay, Mr. Yo abandoning his castle here. Remember, the Treb on the high ground does 25% more damage. So 1440 HP becomes 900 HP. So 540 damage. Approximately. But look at this pikeman poking to the right. Oh, a whole bunch of Genitors get slaughtered. And here we go. What's their attack bonus? Should be the same 4 against archers, right? Yeah. What does the Viper have here? He's got one camel archer to the back. It is going to catch wind of these villagers and be very annoying. We'll see if Mr. Yo peels back any of these skirmishers to deal with it, or if he just says forget about it. Now the Genitors on the high ground want to take out these crossbows at the same time. Oh man, Mr. Yo is just everywhere. And even though the archer, camel archer rather, is getting not that many kills, actually no kills at the moment. Skirmishers are moving to the edge. It looks like Mr. Yo with 3 times, almost 4 times. Well, let's not exaggerate. 3 times the army count of his opponent. But really, the number that matters here are trebs and damage dealers. The Viper finally getting out a bombard cannon. Should be able to get these trebs if the Genitors focus down this one annoying villager. No, they're going after the crossbows instead. Okay, now they focus the villager down. Okay, now the trebs are... I was gonna say easy pickings, but Mr. Yo, 5 steps ahead of me. Forget the Viper, he's 5 steps ahead of me. Already has killed the bombard. Our Berber is starting to run dangerously low on stone as well. Is he mining some up top? Yes, he is, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of stone there at all. He's got 3 trebs on the high ground, though. Man, those balls, those explosions as they crash into the side of the building. And now mounted skirmisher versus dismounted skirmisher. At the same time, the skirmisher versus skirmisher here. So we have entered the phase where Mr. Yo absolutely shines in this game. The Hydra maneuver. There's chieftains. Oh my god, I was wondering, why the hell does he have chieftains? Because he's getting up berserkers. But Mr. Yo very much, I've called it the Hydra maneuver, where he just attacks in multiple locations at once. And when you stop one attack, when you cut off one head... I'm curious, after the end of the game, 48-minute mark, I want to rewind. I'm very curious, by the way, about the bonus damage of a skirmisher versus a Genitor. Oh, damn. I mean, yeah, this is Mr. Yo in his element. Well, at this point, he basically becomes unstoppable. He's got a castle here denying any more expansion to the east. He's got trebs here shelling away at this castle. The Viper... looks like he's about to run out of stone. 85 and 95 make what? 180 stone. He lost 1 treb. To the center, he's got his massive army count, now including raiding berserkers with chieftains, which means they generate gold. I think it's 5 gold. That's ridiculous. 5 gold per villager that they kill. And the Viper's got 116 villagers. So that's, you know, a little bit of trickle here, a little trickle there. There's Genitor pacing. I don't know where the hell he's looking, in the middle of nowhere, while at the same time he's expanding. No one to stop him. That camel archer looks like it died somewhere. We'll have seen that in picture. He's got his scout cavalry with 1 kill here at the edge of the map. So Mr. Yo's map vision is just absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. I mean, it looks like an adorable bear paw or a puppy paw with all these circles, but wow. I mean, at this point, you can't stop Mr. Yo. At this point, I mean, even if the army counts were a bit more identical even if the Viper had more, I don't think he could stop Mr. Yo. I don't think anyone can stop Mr. Yo when it comes to this kind of nonsense. And by nonsense, I mean nonsensical attack of multiple locations. And yeah, I did want to see, I said at the 48-minute mark, I want to see one thing, because skirmishers have attack bonuses against two things that are relevant here. And I've always been curious how the mechanics work, because take a look. Archer at the top +4, cavalry archer +2. So does that add up to +6, or does it take just the highest one? I think it adds up to +6. And I've always been curious, and I've always wanted to see this matchup where I remember, because you guys know sometimes I'm curious about something and I completely forget about it. So if I'm right, the HP of the Genitor should go down by attack on a 7, armor of 6. So 1 damage for the attack plus 4 plus 2. So it should go down 7 HP. So there's 2 javelins being thrown. Once they land, it should go down to 21 HP. Yeah, 21 HP. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I was right. Sorry, guys. This is just me doing off the cuff stream of consciousness calculations, because there was a big Reddit debate. And as always, Reddit just, man, oh man, you just say one thing and people pile on, and people will say, no, the game automatically chooses the higher bonus. So in this case, it would take the archer bonus and not the cavalry archer bonus, because the Genitors have both classes of armor. They have archer armor and cavalry archer armor. And then people were saying, no, it adds them together. And okay, so it's good to know that it adds them together. So there we go. Sorry you had to sit through that. 66 skirmishers, 31 mounted skirmishers, peak APM at the beginning of the game for both of them. The Viper, though, with a bit quicker APM. Economies, I mean, you can't compete with the Viking, man, especially if you just get wheelbarrow and handcart towards the end of the game. That's an 8,000 difference in resources, just under 20% bigger economy for the Viking, who takes all the resources and barely loses out on stone to the Berbers. Kill count pretty damn similar, 110 with 27 villagers to 129 with 17. That is not bad. The Viper killing more, obviously, with the defensive play, with the ranged units, with the camel archers against the pikemen, obviously killing more. But ultimately, Mr. Yo just, yeah, like I said, steamrolling. Now he's got more villagers heading this way. He's going to not be able... I mean, the Viper can't just... He's going to have to use all these villagers to attack the skirmishers. What other choice does he have? He can't mine gold. He can't till the farms. There's no more lumber here for him to jack. He's completely out of lumber here, by the way. Just here to the north, he's got a few more patches, and he's got 69 lumber bits or 2x4s or whatever the hell you want to call them. Although, wait a second, that's... No, at the end of the game, he had 9, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. He runs out of lumber, which is exactly one of the big reasons why he probably GG's. Although probably just getting overrun, being, like I said, look at this, pushed literally to the edge of the map, nowhere for him to run. And Mr. Yo left a bit of an opening here to the west, but you know, Mr. Yo, he's going to know about it because he's got this scout, he's got the vision. And with the vision, with the non-stop aggression from the beginning of the game, it didn't matter if it was militia, skirmishers, archers, battering ram, mangonels, converted knights, pikemen, crossbows, back to skirmishers, and then added trebuchets. Mr. Yo just absolutely steamrolls. Our Berber takes the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.